The stream should be starting, but I'm going to give it a minute because I want to make sure I don't start it like I did last time with no game audio. And I just want to make sure it's going. So give me 1 second. Oh, I just remembered the stream delay. I need to remember to get rid of that. I need to put it in just for freaking Valorant or some other shooters. But anyways, I already kind of discussed at the end of the previous stream what I was going to be doing in this one, but to reiterate, kind of similar to the last one, this one's going to focus on expansion, conquering of Buenos Aires among other city-states, most of the ones over here. These two are fine. I might go out to Rapa Nui eventually, but Zanzibar is definitely staying around. But Singapore, whether I take it, just take a whole stop, or I destroy it and resettle. As well as Anshan and, what was it? Anshan, yeah. Okay, and Valletta. Might go after Johannesburg as well, but they're, except for the one Nighter, which is barely in range, they're not that useful, so. Chances are I'm going to take out the 3 city-states I just mentioned. I'm also going to focus on expansion over in this direction as well. I still have to settle down here too, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to focus on more. Down here, it's kind of safer in the regard that it's unlikely for the AI civilizations to be getting there. It's possible, but it's not too likely. My biggest concern is losing out Salt to Fez, because that's, so far, it's the only source I've actually seen. Come to think of it, I'm actually going to just take a look. It's probably others, and I just haven't seen it. Wow, there's one other. And it's over on the, okay, oh yes, I forgot. So, one thing I also found out is that this, except for this specific island for some reason, this island is actually connected to this continent, which makes sense. That means that I could turn one of these into a capital city and then be able to settle over here as I go through it. But it's still going to be a bit before I even try to focus over here, so I'm not worried about it. It's up here that I'm focused on right now. The Incans, and then potentially going after the Mapuche soon after. Probably, I doubt I'm going to go after them in this stream. It's possible, but them, I might either destroy them or at least try to get ready to go after them. I'm only going to be able to stream for a couple hours before I have to leave for work. Tomorrow's going to be a similar story, but pretty much just got to throw myself right into it. Most of these singular islands I'm not as worried about anymore. Because this island right here I was going to settle, it's going to get me turtles, which is useful, but not that useful. But the other reason was, because it was part of this continent, Nuna. But seeing as this one also is, and these cities are going to be easier to make into a capital, that city's not going to be focus. Usually those little one-tile ones aren't a focus anyways. Down here is still possible, I suppose, as well, but that's because of the North America part. But like I said last time as well, going after the Incans and making one of their cities my capital so I can go up there and resettle makes it a lot easier. It's probably going to have to remain my capital, or at least something over here is going to have to remain my capital, simply because I don't think I'll be able to hold it unless I destroy the Mapuche. But even though the focus is going to be taking this canal city, and I'll probably go after their capital to try to make it a little bit better, I'm also going to go with the Pure and Mapu, because one, if they finish that, I'm going to want that. But two, it's at a good spot. It's pretty vulnerable to me. It's not the most vulnerable, but it's not bad. And I'll probably go out to that city as well. It's going to be there's actually another city here. I might go after those cities, but we'll see. But those 3 are going to be the goal when I go after Mapuche. But Incans are going to be the next proper civilization I'm going to go after. For now, though, I'm going to focus on expansion and dominating the city-states. Don't think there's anything else. Oh, yeah. I think the first thing I'm going to start off with is over here. I'm going to try to clear out the barbarians that's over here, but I want to not expand. Well, maybe. But I want to scout the southern extremes of this continent. This continent is the most unknown to me. Potentially, if this water goes more than just a couple spots, I could spend some time trying to build a canal through here. But that's only if there's a good amount of water here that makes it worth it. If there's other civilizations that also are down there, it'll make them an easier target too. But again, not a concern really. Domination is not my goal. It's just more of a just done to weaken other civilizations as well as to fortify my own position. Like when I go after Russia, I might go after a good amount of their cities, but I'm probably not going to destroy them. Same with Germany. It really depends on how their interior cities are, and same with Egypt. These two are the only ones I really want from Egypt, anyways, as well as the one over here. All right. I think that's all I have to talk about. I can always unmute myself and shut off my speakers so that no sound's gonna go through. If I have anything else I have to say. One thing I was thinking of was also going after them eventually. They're very weak, very easy to take, so it'd be pretty much just so I could take some land for just absolutely no reason, no good reason. Not necessary. That's probably a much later on thing. Incans are definitely where I want to focus my next conquest. That are not city-states, and probably even go after Russia because they're still quite a bit weaker than me, but they're still pretty strong. And if I were to take out their several of their cities, that would weaken them substantially. But yeah, all right. I think that's enough said. All right, I'm gonna be muting myself now and playing the game. All right. Hope you guys enjoy.
Engineering is the art of If facts don't... It is nationalism. There are three things extreme.
so there was a game crash a second ago. I'm gonna have to redo this turn. Kind of annoying. I will say, if it happens again for some reason, I probably won't be able to keep this save going. I know this happens now and again. I don't remember last time I used last time it crashed was a long time ago though. But I also haven't played this far into a game in a long time, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna try by moving this first, because this is where it crashed. Okay. Well, fine for now, it seems. Usually I wouldn't use the skirmisher like this. Two, just to soften them up a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't enough still. I'm gonna go run the skirmisher over here if he survives this turn. This is also the first time I've used the intermission screen. It's a very lazy one. I'd rather have one that's more animated. But for now, I think it's a good one to have if I go AFK in the future or in times like this where it crashed. But yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go quiet again. Oop, just hit my microphone. Of course I did. I will definitely say I was a bit disappointed when they settled. Luckily, it's not the end of the world with where they settled. I will have to get the settler down though and buy up all the tiles I can get that I want anyways. I'll be able to put pressure and I'll be able to annihilate them easily. Hell, I could even go to war with the Mapuche right away just to destroy their city over here. Because I definitely want to lay claim to this area. I mean, there's oil up here, but it's primarily for the strategic resources as well as the spices. And plus, being able to settle these cities allow me to connect via land from one side of my empire to the next. Granted, it's quicker and easier with the sea, but still, and it's gonna be even better with the canal once it goes up, which is still a ways away. Also, sorry for the temporary black screen. It finally caught up. The stream finally caught up, and I'm seeing that. For whatever reason, like it wouldn't show Civilization 6 for my default default settings or whatever, so I just changed it to capture a specific window, and it was fine. Just leave it like this for the rest of the stream, more or less. I'm gonna keep playing. Like I said, though, if it crashes again, I'll probably just call an end to the video. The stream actually. Maybe I'll start up a new Civilization one, but I doubt I would do that this morning. Because I only have so much time. I mean, I'm still good for a little while, but I could get a game started, but we'll see. There's no reason to even talk about that if I can keep playing anyways. As you guys are well aware at this point too, I forgot I actually had a settler coming out this way. This island is not useful to me whatsoever, like I said earlier. Whatever use I thought I had from it is better with the other cities I already have. That's why I sent it out this way, because I need to get these settled, I think. If I can get these two settled, then I'll probably not have to worry about that one at the very least, but we'll see. Alright, gonna mute myself again unless I can think of something else to say. I'm gonna start building up a secondary navy from Baruta with the Venetian arsenal here. This should be very quick. And honestly, I might actually start going after with multiple wars, because when I saw that the amount of oil that's down here, not that I need oil, I have plenty of it, and I can actually get more from some of my other cities anyways. But getting an extra city that can give me 3 more is really good, especially when it's as isolated as that one. Because everything else is kind of like front and center and kind of in a dangerous area or ish, whatever. This one I'm not sure what I'm doing anymore. The only way I can reach that one, I think I could settle on it. I can't remember though, can I? Yeah, I can settle on that apparently. Maybe I'll do that at some point. But it's just one source of oil. I'm not as worried about it. These two are what I want to focus on anyways. As well as over here, of course, like I said. It sucks that this is pretty much the only area left for me to want to settle, other than resettling conquered areas. Down here is going to be another one, of course, but that's it at that point. But this game, I'm not even sure how long I'm going to play. I shouldn't have set it to 500. I couldn't remember exactly how many turns is a good amount for a playing to the end of the game type of thing, but we'll see. Alright, as I already said several times, I am now going to mute myself. Oh yeah, let me get you down here. I'm going to mute myself and get back to the game, and hopefully everything will run fine.
King Solomon gave the Queen of Sheba all she desired and asked for, besides what he had given her out of his royal bounty. So she turned and went to her own country, she and her servants. Economics is a subject that does not greatly respect one's wishes. War is hell.
Ваш...
For a machine to run smooth.
looks like I've hit a bit of trouble. Because I wasn't paying attention to the fact that this tile would have been flooded, and I didn't expect it to be flooded already. Yeah, apparently we just hit 2. Yeah, well, I'm surprised I'm surprised that one was flooded. But yeah, that's not fun. Is there a way we could find out what's gotten flooded, what hasn't? Well, that's gotten flooded. Did you get flooded? You got flooded. Holy crap. Wow, I just realized this is probably the first time in a long time I've played long enough for that kind of thing to happen. I actually never even usually do coal power plants or anything, so I don't usually have anything to do with any of the climate change too much. Yeah. Oof. I mean, the others haven't exactly helped. Well, mostly. But yeah, that was a pretty bad mistake, actually. And it flooded quickly enough that I can't even leave the sea anymore. What does this look like over here? It's not flooded yet, so I could still conquer it and put a canal through there. Am I gonna is the flood barrier even gonna help? Is there like a flood level I can do? There's nothing about submerge. Floods. Wait, is it not the... Yeah, that flood was about rivers. Climate change. Yeah, this is what I need. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna make this one work. For this part work, I meant. So I can get to computers, maybe? It's not that far away, and I'll also be able to pick up aluminum. But, yeah. Okay, yeah, so those can be repaired in full. I have to freaking focus on that. I just turned my speakers on for some reason. Alright, well, now, might as well also bring this up since I was deciding to talk about the flooding. I forgot the Dark Ages were gonna be a problem for me with my loyalty. In the first place, it's been a long time since I played this game and actually hit a Dark Age. I should have been trying to make sure I hit at least a normal age. Because I was only 1 point away, so I'm really disappointed in myself for that one. Only can really think, like, most of these I think I'll be able to survive a bit more. I'm going to be trying to get the loyalty up as much as I can for some of these cities, but, like, Ugarit, I think, will live. Who else was it? Most of the southern cities. These ones I worry about a bit, but they're also going to be okay. This one's actually kind of worse than I thought it was. Anything else I could do for you? Yeah, let's give you a monument. I'll have to figure it out. I might have to do... So, I was thinking about going to war with some of the civilizations to kind of help. There's no pressure over here, otherwise I 100% would try to go after Russia now, especially because I actually have a Casus Belli, or Cabelli, whatever, I don't care. But it's not going to help any of my current cities because all of them are fine except for, up here are fine except for Ugarit, which is having pressure from the Mapuche. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to go about this for the next little bit. I'm only home for another hour, and I could probably figure something out. Oof. Oh yeah, there's some flooding there. That sucks. Definitely gonna have to get those flood barriers up. Wait, aren't you one of the ones that have a... No, you used to have a workshop. It's you. Right here? Yeah. Coal power plant. Is there any way for me to decommission that? Whatever. I think that's something that comes later, actually. For now, I'm gonna just keep playing, and hopefully nothing else got ruined by that I'm not thinking of. I will definitely need to put some focus on getting flood barriers up, though.
What I like about City... Had I been present at the creation...
Kim. Apart from the sanity.
Well, I will definitely say this has become a bit of a mess now. Yeah. I shouldn't have tried going after that just yet. For some reason, I thought I was gonna have an easier time. My next thought was gonna be to buy more infantry and go attack. I would be able to take it sooner or later, especially with, especially if I start buying the proper siege units. I was worrying about the loyalty pressure, as I already mentioned earlier. I'm pretty sure I was going to have it figured out for most of them, except for the newest city in my empire, Eol. But my next concern was just the fact I wanted to take that settlement from them. But this is going to take a while. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I am trying to rush because I only had so much time before work, but now I'm kind of like having so much more pop up that I'm having to worry about that I feel like I have to come back to the game later on, like tomorrow or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stop playing this one anyways. Like I said before, I don't usually... Oh, something fell on me. I was so confused for a second. Usually I don't play this long anyways. I've never actually used battleships before. I usually stops at frigates for me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting a bit of a headache right now, and I kind of want to step away from this game. I only have like another, 30 minutes? Not even 30 minutes before I'm going to start getting ready for work, so I'm probably just going to relax for the rest of the for the rest of the time I have and come back later on. If I don't come back, then I'll come back with a new save at some point on here anyways. Usually only play it for a while, like I was starting to say, but I never beat the game, ever. I don't know, though. I still like this one, though. But, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, like I said, I'm out of it right now. This is why I'm putting it into the stream. I'm just not thinking straight right now. Alright, well, sorry for the bit of a mess I got this game save stuck into. Definitely doing a lot worse than I was expecting. Where's Mapuche? Yeah. 2 wars is probably a bad idea. But then I also saw this down here. I'm like, crap. Now I'm got to go to war with the Incans sooner than I meant to. I probably should have just focused wars on the Incans and the other civilizations rather than the city-states, because I just like the idea of settling up the new areas as much as possible, but this is just becoming a mess. I can definitely tell you if whether I restart or play, do a new save with a different civilization, whatever the case ends up being. Oh, hello, army. Forgot about you going in there. I'm probably not going to build a coal power plant. I never do that because I never like to chance the climate change thing. It's gonna happen sooner or later, anyways. But if I wasn't the one, if I hadn't started doing anything, it would have taken longer. Like this is all from just the well, primarily from the coal. I think the units, no matter what, would have done it. But I think it was the power plant primarily. I can't remember exactly. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. No, because let's see something. Power. Heavy CO2 into the atmosphere. It just says heavy. I'm not sure. It doesn't really give a number. But yeah, normally I don't do that. You could say I play very Maui or whatever, however you pronounce it. Because I don't like getting rid of jungles, forests, or anything like that. I don't like getting rid of resources. I don't even like settling on resources, even luxuries, even though that'd be useful and a good idea since it saves you a builder use. But I just like how it looks and feels when I do it the way I do, anyways. Which just gives me problems, obviously. Ooh, that is a strong Cossack army. What was it? Yeah. So far, there wasn't really anything down there, but that's kind of what I figured. I already knew most of this down here was going to be tundra and snow. If I do come back, maybe I'll do another naval civilization, which is my favorite, or it could come back as one of my other favorites. I love playing as either Russia or Canada and focusing on the tundra and snow. And seeing how this map has been for those, I kind of like the idea of doing that. Usually, for some, usually you have to restart the game mode several times to get a decent one. Like, this would probably be the average amount of tundra I would normally get as Russia or Canada. But then like you have this down here, you have where Russia actually started. Even this is pretty acceptable. But yeah, yeah. But I need to relax for a little bit before work. I'll come back to this either tomorrow or in a few days. If not, like I said, different save. I have other games I'm gonna be playing too, anyways. So we'll see what I get up to. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed regardless, and I hope I'll see you in the next